Welcome to my channel. My name is Cherie. Oh man, just finished my workout. I feel good. It made me feel better. You know, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like when I try to get out of working out, it just overcomes me on how, I'm not keeping my commitment. Yeah. So it's 6:20 now. And it is 99 degrees out here. But, yeah. It's a beautiful evening. Beautiful summer evening. Got some people out there hanging in the park. So yeah, that felt really good. I'm glad I went and worked out. I don't think I want to hang out though. Kind of want to go back home. I didn't bring my earplugs with me. So I'm in a turn left only lane. Thank you, sir. This guy, he's just flagging him a ride. Like, you going straight, I need a ride. You going straight, I need a ride. I mean, I don't see why it would harm anything if they're like, okay, just hop in the back. Unless, you think that person might try to carjack you. Anyway, I'm still thinking I might want to cook me some fish and shrimp. Sounds good to me. Fresh air, breeze, even when it's up in like a ponytail, I have to put the gel on my head. That gel, sometimes it heats up with the sun and the heat, yeah. So, what do they call it, a slick back or a slick up ponytail? It's not as cooling as you might think. Although it is nice to have, the hair off of your neck, off your shoulders, and off your back. I should go and wash clothes. That's what I should do. I might. spent quite a bit of time, resting. resting today. I did. I spent quite a bit of time resting. It felt good to rest. Still haven't heard anything back about the Zepbound. But, we're not going to try to let that just detour us from, exercising. Because exercising, if nothing else, it helps our mobility. Now, the diet situation, it will probably help a little bit more. But I'm trying different things. Like the chia seeds, I should have been adding that to my coffee. Really, I should have. Matter of fact, I think tonight what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a cup of milk, milk that I'm gonna use in my coffee tomorrow. Put chia seeds in that, and that way the chia seeds can actually, expand and get soft and, soak themselves in the milk. Right? So its effect can be expansive. And then that way, it helps to curb my appetite. Because I'm doing the exercise, I just need to do the dieting that goes along with the exercise to be able to see some results, the results that I want. But it's gonna be hard to to get results when I'm snacking at 2:00 in the morning or 3:00 in the morning, 4:00 in the morning, because I'm up and watching TV. And too restless just to try to go to sleep. So a lot of times I think that if I fill my stomach up, that it will settle me down. Or sometimes it does. A lot of times it does. A lot of times I go straight into a calorie coma. Whether it's carbs, or meat, or you name it. Dessert. Yeah. That's what happens. Interesting enough, when I went into the gym, people gave me a kind of a strange look at first, right? Now, I was kind of limping into the gym, like I said, my thigh muscle has been giving me like, twinges of pain. And I was trying my best to work through that. The workout helped out a lot. And, yeah. I was watching women weightlifters, right? And I was looking at the bodies of the women, and the women were looking exactly like the bodies of the men. And I'm like, damn. It's more and more obvious to me that men come from women, okay? Men come from women. And so if the women are like tall and strong and muscular, then so will the men be. But if the women are, like 90 pound lightweights, then the men are not going to be that much bigger. They can try to be, but they're not, right? And a lot of the men I've been seeing, where the women are smaller, the men are just a few inches, 5 to, maybe a foot, right? If they're 4 feet 5, they're 5'5", and 5'10", like that. So yeah. Whew. So it looks like the neighbor boy got him a 300. A newer 300. It does not have an emblem on the back that can be stolen, but oh no, it's the same car. Okay, so glad that I made it home. I'm tired. I don't know why I'm tired. I think it's the heat and the energy that's coming down to the earth. And because I'm sweating, so I do need to get this sweat off of me. And then I'll decide if I'll go wash clothes, who knows, or mow the lawn, or, do some of that household stuff.